And of course, my series of food series. Um, Seasons of foods. Is there enough salt in it? If you have cooking, it tastes a little salt here, and somebody comes along and tastes it, oh, it needs more salt. You may not. You may want to cut back on that. You may want to do is not to add too much salt to what you're cooking, and let the person eating that stuff have a salt shaker out there and a pepper and salt shaker. And if they think it's blah, then they will add the salt. And some people, like myself, I don't use salt at the dinner table. Yeah, I don't use pepper. I don't use salt. I will be covering the flavor of the flavor of the food I'm eating, and I don't like to add too much salt to my overextended diet. You may also want to do is sometimes you have McCormick's stuff on the table, in little shakers for seasoning. People will do that on their salads. You're at a restaurant, and I have my little seasoning thing, and I go like that. I pour possibly their stuff on it, but sometimes I bring my own salad dressing. So what kind of salad dressing you have here? I like Caesar's. Yeah, they said, oh, we only have this vinegar. I says, no. And I take out my little package and I go. People look at that thing. Strange. You're kind of strange, aren't you? Yes. You want one? Fat free? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like putting something on my salad that I can burn. Yeah, let's see if it burns. Yeah, well. I'm not into a lot of the vinegars or strange tasting. I like something creamy. Ah, yes. And season. When I'm cooking at home, I have my McCormick little things there. And depending what I'm cooking is what I'm seasoning. And when I go over to Wayne's house, he has a big rack of seasons and herbs too, and a lot of his herbs he puts in his pan of vegetables. Stewing his vegetables, he will take out a herb and drop it in there to give it an extra kick to the flavor of the whatever, like string beans or peas or what have you. It's to give a kick to it. So because a lot of foods are just blah. It's like having your oatmeal in the morning. Oatmeal by itself is blah. So you add maple sugar to it, or you add berries to it, berries flavor to it. You're seasoning your eggs in the morning, salt and pepper, what have you. You're going to a professional chef. You should be able to do is ask them what do they put on, let's say, eggs, scrambled eggs, to enhance the flavor of scrambled eggs. They may add seasonings to it that you're not aware of it, like celery seasoning, that you're not aware of it, to give a better taste, because it's usually blah food. Oatmeal, blah food. Even Wheaties, blah food. If it wasn't for the sugar on Wheaties, Kellogg would not have been where it was. The original Wheaties were just corn flakes. When Kellogg's added sugar, and sprayed sugar on it, his sales went up. People liked it. Do I eat cornflakes with sugar on it? I try not to. I'm not really into it. It's like eating oatmeal with seasoning on it. Yes, I understand it's seasoning. Yogurt has flavors on it. We would call yogurt by itself is blah, but with strawberries and berries in it, it becomes tasteable. Yeah. And people perceive flavors differently. I will perceive flavors differently because I have had food chemistry, and that makes a real big difference when you already know what could possibly be in the foods. What flavors may be artificial flavors on the product to cover up anything else, or to add more to the thing. That's one of the reasons they throw a lot of seasoning into foods, is to cover up or add that little extra kick to it, or to cover up something wrong. What can I say about seasoning? McCormick. Am I getting a kickback from McCormick? No, but that's what I use is McCormick. Of course, there's a big difference. I don't get the little stuff. I go to Restaurant Depot, where the restaurants get their flavoring from, and buy the bigger containers. You know, like I have big pepper and black pepper and regular pepper, and I have flavors I really like. I have a great big bottle of flavoring that I like to put on my peas and carrots and vegetables. Just get a little sprinkle of stuff on there, and it gives a little texture to it gives a lot of texture to the carrots, and you're squishing the carrots, and this gives when they the flavor comes out. Not the carrot flavor, the other flavor comes out. And you will find out heat brings out the flavor in things. It also, heat will destroy the flavor. Too much heat will destroy the flavor. So you have to add flavor to carrots. You're serving carrots, but the heat has gotten rid of the carrot flavor, and you just drop a little that stuff in there when you're done, and to give carrots a carrot flavor, or cabbage the cabbage flavor, or yes, to give them that flavor like it's supposed to be. Otherwise, it's just blah. But oh well, that's where I get my thing on flavors. And there's a whole description of flavors. I know it. So as I said, Kraft has a gigantic room full of flavors and herbs and spices for the researchers to develop foods. But I never got into. I do have my little rack of McCormick, but Wayne has a bigger rack of McCormick. That's whatever. Cover of the blah of my food. Yes, the cover of the blah of my food. Especially remember, I microwave. I do have a grill. I do cook, but basically, the cover of the blah of my food. And I'm quite sure if I'm cooking for someone else, I have someone else in there to cook. I'm the guy who turns things over, but it's up to someone else to add the spices and the herbs and I don't have any artificial stuff. Oh well, okay, I'm done.